Joe Moravsky, Jr., is considered to be one of the strongest competitors on American Ninja Warrior. Moravsky grew up in the small town of Sherman, Connecticut. He is currently a weatherman and gymnastics parkour coach. He coaches at a gym in Newtown, Connecticut called Vasi's International Gymnastics. Since childhood, Joe loved two things: the weather and sports. Through elementary and high school, Joe participated in many sports, including basketball, baseball, soccer, and cross-country. Contents: 1 American Ninja Warrior 1.1 American Ninja Warrior 5 1.2 American Ninja Warrior 6 1.3 American Ninja Warrior 7 1.4 American Ninja Warrior 8 1.5 American Ninja Warrior 9 1.6 American Ninja Warrior 10 1.7 American Ninja Warrior 11 1 and 8 American Ninja Warrior 12 1.9 American Ninja Warrior 13 1.10 American Ninja Warrior 14 American Ninja Warrior American Ninja Warrior 5. Moravsky first competed in the Baltimore region on American Ninja Warrior 5. His run was digested, but it was shown that he finished the qualifying course in 6th place with a time of 1:25.96, the best of any rookie that night. In the city finals, he nearly ran out of energy on the body prop, but managed to hang on, flipping onto the platform below. He went on to clear the course in 2nd place with a time of 3:11.27, less than half of a second slower than Dan Galachinski's time of 3 minutes and 10.90 seconds. In Las Vegas, Moravsky cleared stage 1 with 36.23 seconds left. He then became one of 7 to clear stage 2, doing so with 17.70 seconds left. On stage 3, he beat the first 2 obstacles easily, but failed the floating boards while transitioning to the 4th board. He finished 2nd overall, surpassed only by Brian Arnold. This was the 5th best rookie performance ever on A&W, after Brent Stephenson in American Ninja Warrior 2, Seth Rogers in American Ninja Warrior 11, Vance Walker and Caden Lebsack in American Ninja Warrior 13. American Ninja Warrior 6. Moravsky returned for his sophomore season, competing in the Street Louis region in American Ninja Warrior 6. Moravsky cleared the qualifying rounds with the fastest time of 1 minute and 4.14 seconds. In the city finals, he managed to get the fastest time again, with 3 minutes and 40.48 seconds. However, he had a major scare on the rumbling dice, where he pulled the dice off and wedged it in between the track. This created controversy over the fact he was not disqualified for breaking the rumbling dice. It wouldn't matter, as he was fast enough to qualify to Vegas anyway. In the Vegas finals, Joe easily completed stage 1 with 29.79 seconds left. On stage 2, he became the first out of 2 competitors to complete the stage, doing so with only 1.29 seconds left. On stage 3, he got his revenge on the floating boards and destroyed the ultimate cliffhanger. He also managed to complete the new obstacle, the propeller bar. However, he wasn't able to get a proper footing on the hang climb and fell in the water. As Alette Hall, the only other person to make it to stage 3, fell on the floating boards, Moravsky became the last man standing. American Ninja Warrior 7. Moravsky returned to compete again in the Pittsburgh region in American Ninja Warrior 7. He finished the qualifying course with the 2nd fastest time of 1 minute and 34.17 seconds, behind Alette Hall. In the city finals, Joe slowly but surely mastered the first 9 obstacles. On the invisible ladder, Joe had a small stumble at the end, but still managed to complete the finals course. He was only one of 2 competitors to clear the course, the other being Jeff Britton. Joe achieved the 2nd fastest time once again, with a time of 7 minutes and 28.92 seconds, completing the city finals course and advancing to the national finals for the 3rd year in a row. In the national finals, Joe cleared stage 1 with 35.31 seconds remaining. He then completed stage 2 with 20.41 seconds remaining, making it his 3rd consecutive year completing the stage. On stage 3, Joe was making great progress until he reached the newly modified ultimate cliffhanger. Joe was able to transverse the obstacle easily until he reached the gap towards the final ledge. Instead of facing the final ledge to leap, Joe decided to attempt the crazy cliffhanger technique from Japan. This involved the competitor swinging back and forth on the cliffhanger ledge they would hang on while looking at the ledge they want to transfer to, which was placed opposite to the current ledge. They would then release on the backswing, turning their body 180 degrees mid-air and catching the cliffhanger ledge. Joe did get both hands on the final ledge, but he lost his grip and failed. This shocked many, who expected Joe to clear stage 3 and achieve total victory. American Ninja Warrior 8. Prior to American Ninja Warrior 8, Joe's newborn daughter, Emily, was born in December 2015. As one of the favorites to win it all, Moravsky competed in the Philadelphia region. He completed the qualifying course with the third fastest time of 2 minutes and 0.29 seconds, behind Anthony DeFranco and John Alexis Jr. Joe then blazed through the first 9 obstacles in the city finals. However, he had his first defeat outside of the stage 3 when he gassed out on the invisible ladder. There was some controversy, as some have noticed that the rings on the obstacle bounced more than in previous seasons rather than going straight up. He placed second overall and qualified for the national finals for the 4th year in a row. On stage 1, Joe finished the course with 4.10 seconds remaining, heading to stage 2 for the 4th time in his career. However, he was shockingly dealt his first stage 2 fail when he lost his grip on the wave runner. American Ninja Warrior 9. As shocking news, Joe's uncle, Rob, the father of Rob Moravsky, suddenly passed away. As such, his death became Joe's main source of motivation. Joe returned to compete in Cleveland for American Ninja Warrior 9 and was able to complete the qualifying course with the second fastest time, once again behind Anthony DeFranco. In the city finals, Joe was only one of 2 competitors that cleared the nail clipper and the rest of the course, putting up the fastest time of the night and moved on to the national finals. Overall, Joe was one of just 9 athletes that completed a city finals course that season. Joe cruised through stage 1, marking the 5th consecutive season in which he did so. He finished with 42.76 seconds remaining and even celebrated by doing a high dive into the water. On stage 2, Joe got revenge on the wave runner, defeated the dreaded wingnut alley, and finished stage 2 with 25.66 seconds left on the clock. On stage 3 he got his revenge on the ultimate cliffhanger, using the crazy cliffhanger transition on the final ledge. He also made it through the grueling curved body prop and the brand new peg cloud. However, he failed the time bomb as he lost his grip when he missed the hook with the ring. This is Joe's best performance to date, getting to the 7th obstacle of stage 3, and he was last man standing in that tournament. American Ninja Warrior 10. Moravsky stated on social media that he was originally supposed to compete in Philadelphia for American Ninja Warrior 10. However, due to inclement weather, he was among a group of competitors moved to Minneapolis. As expected, Moravsky blazed through the qualifying course. He was one of many to attempt the mega wall, but was not able to scale it. Though he was a bit disappointed, he still finished the qualifying course at the top of the leaderboard, placing first overall. He also finished the city finals course in second place behind John Alexis Jr. and moved on to the national finals again. In perhaps one of the biggest shocks of the season, Joe ended up falling on the 3rd obstacle of stage 1, the double dipper, despite beating it the year before. In a post-run interview, Joe was extremely upset about his fall, as he had a hard time speaking to Christine Lee and was close to tears. Even though he fell on stage 1, he tested stages 2 and AMP 3. American Ninja Warrior 11. In American Ninja Warrior 11, Joe returned to compete in the Baltimore region, the same region that he competed in his first season in ANW 5. In the qualifying round, he started off strong by clearing the first 5 obstacles with little trouble. He was hoping to get up the mega wall after he failed on it last year. However, due to the wind and the course being very slippery, he failed all 3 attempts. This marked the first time that he failed on a qualifying course, breaking his streak of 6 straight qualifying buzzers. He still advanced to the city finals by placing 10th overall. In the city finals, Joe became one of many to fail the blind catch on Angry Birds, missing the buzzer again, as well as making it the 5th time he failed anywhere other than stage 3. He still advanced to the national finals as he placed 7th overall. Joe's run on stage 1 was digested for the first time since his debut run in the Baltimore qualifiers on ANW 5. He got revenge on the double dipper, which ended his run last year. Despite a small scare on tire run, Moravsky hit his first buzzer of the season, finishing stage 1 with 19.81 seconds left on the clock. His success continued as he also cleared stage 2 for the 5th time in his career. On stage 3, Moravsky injured his hand on the ultimate cliffhanger but persevered and became the first person to clear the new fifth obstacle, pipe dream. He powered his way through Cane Lane, but surprisingly failed on the jump to the final rail. He jumped the bar on the wrong side of the rail and slid off of it. He stated in his post-run interview that he had enough energy to finish the stage but simply made a mistake. American Ninja Warrior 12 Joe returned for American Ninja Warrior 12, bringing along competitors Will Schlageter and Joshua Lewis. Joe's qualifying run was one of the best of his career. Not only did he scale the mega wall after failing it in the previous 2 seasons, but he got the second fastest time, earning himself a spot on the Power Tower. Joe went on to edge out Michael Torres on the Power Tower, earning his teammates a spot in the semifinals. Joe was the final runner in the semifinals round. He earned the fastest time, beating Lucas Reel by 1 second. In the finals, Joe was once again the final runner. He needed to get to the 9th obstacle, Dragon Back, at a fast enough time or complete it altogether to earn a spot in the Power Tower playoffs. By the time he reached the 8th obstacle, Slam Dunk, he was in a position to move into the top 8 just by finishing it. However, in a huge shock, he missed the transition to the second ball. As it turns out, he grabbed the ball with his left hand but not his right, causing the ball to slip out of the cradle. He failed to reach the Power Tower playoffs, and it marked the first time in which Moravsky failed to move on to the next round. American Ninja Warrior 13, Joe returned to compete in the second round of qualifying of American Ninja Warrior 13. He put together a solid run in qualifying, being one of just 7 competitors to finish V formation and clear the course. Joe completed the mega wall for the second season in a row, earning him $10,000 and the third fastest time. He was the first competitor to complete the mega wall that season. Joe was the final runner in the second semifinals episode. He barreled through the course, taking on and beating Double Twister for the 3rd time. He ended up finished the course with the second fastest time, just behind his student Jay Lewis. In a master versus student showdown, both raced each other on the Power Tower. Joe got off to an early lead by using his legs as he climbed the first set of bars. On the other hand, Jay used only his hands to climb, wasting valuable time. Joe ultimately won the race and the safety pass. He was first shown as the final runner on night 1 of the national finals, once again being shown after Caden Lebsack's digested run. On the Stage 1 course, Joe was doing good on time as he flew through the first 6 obstacles. At split decision, he decided to hit the button to release the ring for the high road. While he easily got past the dipping birds, he jumped to the moving ring early and crashed into the water. Joe was very angry as he tore his safety pass off his shorts and chucked it in the water, calling his fall pathetic. On Joe's second chance, he chose not to go for the high road. He then completed Stage 1 with 30.24 seconds left. However, in what was perhaps the biggest shock of the season, Joe went out on just the first obstacle of Stage 2, the striding steps. American Ninja Warrior 14, Joe returned to compete in the second episode of qualifying, once again as the last runner. Like always, he put up a solid run and cleared the course with the 4th fastest time. He also completed the mega wall for the 3rd season in a row and got his 28th buzzer, more than any other ninja. In the semifinals, Joe was the final runner of the first episode. Surprisingly, he failed to complete the course as his hands peeled off the bar mere feet from completing Dragon Back. However, due to his fast time he still advanced to the national finals in 6th place, but this meant he would miss out on the Power Tower. In addition, it was only his 3rd time failing in the semifinals city finals round. Unfortunately, after the taping of the semifinals in Los Angeles, Joe's wife, Stephanie, tested positive for COVID-19. Because of protocols surrounding COVID-19, Joe was not allowed to run the course, ending his worst season to date. He was ultimately replaced by James Sanella, due to him placing 16th in Joe's episode. On social media, he confirmed that he will return in 2023.